Welcome back. My name is David Hopper. This is part of a larger series of videos that follow the alphabet from A to Z to help us launch new ministries, new campuses, and new churches. Today, we're talking about individuality. Like I said in the last video, this may sound weird, but let me explain. You are a unique addition to the world. You are the only person that's like you. You're the only one who has your spiritual gifts, your talents, your abilities, your past experiences, who live where you live with a passion for what you're trying to do. So as you put all of that together, do you realize how important you are? There's no one like you. Where you are and what God has done and put in you, this is all for a purpose. Never forget this, because the world will always try to explain what you're trying to do by saying who you're trying to be or by putting you in some kind of box that they can understand. This world will tell you what you're doing is not unique. We don't need another one of those, and you could be doing something better with your time. It's just not true. Think about the movie world. Whenever a movie is pitched, they get it down to a couple sentences using other movies as the example. They might say, we're doing a war movie like Saving Private Ryan, but this one's going to be set in Vietnam. Or they'll say, this is like Star Wars, but we're underwater. You can actually look this up, how they pitched a movie, and they'll take a couple of other movies and just say it's like that, but on water or whatever. It's kind of weird, but the world always needs to put things into a context they can understand. When God created our world filled with billions of people who are all different from each other. Don't get me wrong, we do have to be able to explain what we're doing quickly. That's part of the vision frame, the elevator pitch, all stuff that we've already discussed. And it's good to have those ready, 2 or 3 sentences ready to go at all times, because people can get bored fast. But the reality is, what you're doing is unique to you and where you were launching. Never forget how amazing you are and that you're doing something that's built around that individuality that you're bringing to this world. Catch that part. This is uniquely based on who you are. What is that unique perspective that you're bringing to this launch? Do not shy away from that. Instead, lean into it and begin to understand why you are special and what you're doing is special. Here's a couple of questions I need you to answer before moving on. These are going to be 3 major questions that will define your success in this launch. Know the answer to these questions frontwards and backwards and be able to explain each one in detail. If I'm coaching you, these are the 3 questions that I'm going to ask you, and you need to be able to answer these questions clearly. The first one, what are the unique needs and opportunities where you're launching? What do I mean by that question? Tell me why you're launching where you're launching. Tell me every single detail about that area and why you're going to be successful. What's the social, the economic, the physical, the spiritual climate of that community? Why did you choose that place at this time? What's so unique about it? Why not somewhere else? That's what people are going to ask you all the way through your launch process, and you need to be ready. There are some websites that will help you get the details of an area. I'll leave those in the description of the video. You need to know that unique thing about where you're going and why you're going there. The more you do this, the better prepared you'll be. Don't rush this question. Take your time and get as much data as possible. Question 2. What are your unique resources, capabilities, motivated abilities, common possessions, training? What's your education, your shared experiences, your financial capabilities within you and the group that you're launching with? Why this question? You see, you've started building your team at this point. That was B. So understand who's on your team. Go back, use the previous videos with your team so they understand themselves, like the assessments and how they're unique and how they add something really special to your team. They'll appreciate this, and you'll be able to understand what you're bringing to this launch with everyone. You'll be able to tell people why your team and you specifically are so unique and special and perfectly equipped to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. It will be really impressive when you can answer this question. I can't wait to hear it. And remember the GPS example from the B video. If you're missing a certain element to reach an area or accomplish a part of your mission, write it down on a 3x5 card exactly who you need. Carry it with you, and your brain plus God will be able to find that person for you. It'll just happen. That's what happens in our brain. Question 3. What is the unique passion driving this launch? Again, why are you doing this? It's hard. It's really, really hard. But if you're anything like me and you've gotten to this letter in the alphabet in these videos, then you have a passion to actually do this. You want to do it. Why? You need to write that passion down and keep reminding yourself why you're doing this. When planting a church, this was really important throughout the entire process. I had read books, I'd listened to advice, I'd gotten lots of encouragement, but once I got out there and I hit some of those huge roadblocks, I had to remember why I chose to do this in the first place. What was that unique passion that made me want to do this? If this is not strong enough right now, we will give up. The bad days will get to us, and we'll start to think, this really is not worth it. I want to hear from you in our coaching time together. Why is this worth it to you? How are you going to push through the hard days no matter what? There is a reason that most church launches fail. It's the same reason that most people I coach, they don't make it through all 26 of these videos. This world is full of stuff, full of busyness, full of negativity, and it will be easy to get discouraged and quit. What is that unique passion in you that's going to make you complete this launch and be successful? This is knowing your individuality. This is an important part that's often overlooked in the launch process. I can't wait to hear your answers to these 3 questions when we meet. Next time, we'll be talking about J, Jesus Christ. I can't wait. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.